Well, looks like we got our answers here, right? Each day Martin lifts weights. And so, the expressions he got in 7 days. So it's 7 times 10 minutes and 7 times 25 minutes, or you write it as 7 times 10 plus 25. And you get the same answer there. Okay. So that's good. Factor and expression. So a good thing we went through factoring, right? When numeric or algebraic expressions are written as a product of their factors, the process is called factoring the expression. Ooh, one of our vocabulary words. Okay, so we have an example. Let me see if I can move this out of the way. Can I move this? Gosh, because if I could move this, I could see where the answers are. I guess not. Hide tools. Alt T if I wanted to bring them back. Alt T. I don't think that works very well. Anyway, so we want to factor, right? Prime factorization. And so we've got 12 plus 8. And, they took 12, which is 2 times 2 times 3, and 8, which is 2 times 2 times 2, right? And the greatest common factor of 12 and 8 is 2 times 2, or 4. And so you had to write each term as a product of the greatest common factor and its remaining factor. Then use the distributive property to factor out the GCF. Oh, well, we've done that, right? That's something that we've done. Rewrite each term using the GCF. So that was 4. You took the GCF out, and what was left over times 3? 4 times 2. Right? 3 plus 2 is 5. Times 4 is 20. And so we're going to try that with each one of these. All right, so what goes into a 9 and a 21? Well, yeah, we got a 3. And 3 times what is 9? 3. 3 times what is 21? 7. So they factored that out there. Thinking of this one right here, what goes into 14 and 28? Ooh, a 14 does. A 7 does, and that was the first thing I thought about. But then I had to go, ooh, yeah, 2 14s equals 28. And 14 times 1 is 14, plus 14 times 2 is 28. So it's just another way to play with these numbers. Okay, and what goes into 80s and 56s? Well, an 8 does, and an 8 does, and they took an 8 out. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 7 is 56. And so we get our factoring our expressions there, okay? A little challenging, especially with a little rusty with that, but I think it's something that we definitely could do. Okay, so we have switched now to an example factoring it out with a variable, and we've got this 3x plus 15. Well, what goes into 3s and 15s? A 3 does, and they've simplified it out, right? And so they took a 3 times x and a 3 times 5 and did that. What I'd like you to do is try to figure out what K, L, and M would be, right? Just to give that a try. Think about what goes into 4s and 16s, 7s and 42s, 36s and 30s. That one's a little more challenging, right? You got to think of our what goes into 30 and 36. Okay, and then go ahead and give a try to the guided practice. Okay, and once you've done that, then watch the next video for the answers, and we'll go from there.